What's up? Today, I'm diving deep into Azure functions and how you can roll your sleeves up and really get into developing and deploying them in Visual Studio. Now, Azure Functions is this cool platformless creation where your code is executed on the fly whenever something happens, like when a new document gets added to a blob storage or a message is published at Event Hub. Yeah, it really cuts down on the need to play babysitter for a server. It's just your code doing the work. Neat, right? Alright, ready my friend? Buckle up, this ride is going to be awesome. First things first, we need to set up Visual Studio to work with Azure. So, we gotta snag this extension, right? That's the Azure Mobile Apps Visual Studio, and it's a breeze to get it into our IDE. Hop it over, and just follow the cues to connect us with Azure services. Feel the power of integration, huh? Setting up's the first step. Now, when you fire up Visual Studio, here's what you are aiming for. Go to the Azure Cloud Shell from the corner, then we're pulling in new caches for NuGet packages that have to deal with a lot of the magic behind Azure functions. After that, we gotta register ourselves with Azure Functions, which basically does a lot of the heavy lifting like creating keys and initializing the app. You can do this either by dragging Visual Studio into the function app on Azure, or just do the manual setup by filling in some info into your project settings. Trust me, Azure handles the rest, setting all sorts of permissions and such. Now, the heart of the matter, local testing. We want our setup to look sharp, don't we? We kick it off with the Azure App Service Deploy feature in Visual Studio, which is essentially a smooth roadmap from local IDE to cloud. Make sure you configure those settings right. Think connection strings, app settings. It's like setting your keys to the city of Azure. If we run into some bumps, a quick poke into the logs gives us the clues we need to sort them out. With AT